Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, August 9th, and it's time finally for Avengers Endgame. We've played through so many MCU setups, and they've all been wonderful. Some have been very intense. I don't think I've experienced more intense games than on the MCU streams, so go back and watch some of them. Some of them came down to the wire. We'll see if that happens today. We're finally here with Avengers Endgame. This one is in two halves. We're going to be playing through the time heist portion, and then the second half is going to be next week, and that is going to be the big battle. The Portals battle, you know how that goes. Oh, I gotta watch this movie again. Oh, it was so good. All right. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it, Drufus. And by the way, thank you, Mr. Giraffe, for the Prime sub. 17 months of Prime subs for Mr. Giraffe, the person mostly who, without this... Wait, how do I say this? Without him, this camera wouldn't be here, and you would be looking at a bit more of a choppy webcam picture. So thank you again for the massive help with the overhead cam, Mr. Giraffe, the Giraffe cam. That's what it is. It's always been. All right, let me go with the predictions in. I'll open it so you guys can predict how is this going to go. Now, this is one of the few setups here. Okay, it's open. This is one of the few setups that Off the Cuff has put up where there's not only multiple parts to it, but there's more heroes than you need, so you have to choose. Which heroes do you want? And he said he'd actually prefer it if I randomized it, so I did. Here is the setup, and here are the heroes that I have randomized for this from the list. Here we go. So Avengers Endgame Part 1, of course, unite the Shards, the time heist. The Mastermind is HYDRA High Council, which is going to stand for Red Skull, the Ancient One, Alexander Pierce, and Jasper Sitwell, the Stonekeepers, as it were. We're going to be using the Infinity Gems. The Infinity Gems as the Infinity Stones pre-disintegration, and then the villains are going to be the Avengers from Setup 6B, which is the Avengers second setup from the movie, because if you saw the movie, we get to see these Avengers again. You should add a channel points reward for the Bagel mascot to make an appearance. Oh, like the plush? Just to make it show up? I do like that. I'll think about that. I like that a lot. All right. Yeah, I'll get to that. And then we have the Asgardian warriors as the henchmen. You get that rabbit, and there's a reason why I have those there. Because here's the heroes that I randomized. We got Thor and Rocket from the Reality Stone time heist part. What am I trying to say? They went to Asgard in the past. We have Ronin, who went with Natasha, and then we've got War Machine and Bruce Banner. And so we don't have anybody. We don't have Cap or Iron Man who went back to 1970, which is interesting. But we have other folks. So I did actually pick the Shield Assault Squad, and once I saw that Thor and Rocket were on the team, I had to switch to the Asgardian Warriors. But everything else stayed the same. I did randomize all the heroes, all the support cards you see here. We'll see if Stanley makes an appearance. Get your predictions in. I'm excited for this one. These heroes haven't normally been able to interact so far. We haven't even seen Ronin yet. Well, actually, no, we haven't. All right, let's check this out. Let me get my overview done. So the Mastermind is the HYDRA High Council, which is 4 different cards. It is an adapting Mastermind. Welcome home. Hopefully you can have a peaceful home now. Yeah, there's not really a starter card for these. You just pick one at random. So let me show you one. Let me show you Red Skull. He's the first one here. So if you don't know what the adapting Masterminds are from S.H.I.E.L.D., so Red Skull here gets +1 attack for each 2 HYDRA levels. Always leads HYDRA Elite, except for today, of course. So start of game, adapt. We'll get to that. And his Master Strike is each player KOs one of their non-gray heroes. Adapt. Fight. KO one of your gray heroes. Adapt. Adapt means to take all of the cards, shuffle them up, and pick a new one. So we got Red Skull, we got Artem Zola, we got Viper, and we got Baron Helmet Zemo. One of them is going to start, and we have other stand-ins as well, of course. So Red Skull, the Ancient One, Alexander Pierce, and Jasper Sitwell are going to be different Masterminds. I don't use the Final Blow rule when we have the adapting Masterminds, because you'd have to hit one of them twice, and that feels kind of odd. So we're only going to hit the Mastermind 4 times. Keep that in mind. So we're going to check out their effects when they come up, but they all adapt or swap out when they get hit or when they do a Master Strike. We've got Unite the Shards as our scheme from Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's pretty much what they're doing here. Set up 30 shards in the supply, twist equal to the number of players +5, so that's 7. Twist, stack this twist next to the scheme. Then for each twist in that stack, the Mastermind gains a shard. Special rules: during your turn, any number of times you may spend 2 recruit to gain one of the Mastermind shards. Evil wins when the Mastermind has 10 shards or when there are no more shards in the supply. I don't think I'm going to run out, but if I do get low, if I get under 10 shards, I'll let you know. And I am going to keep track of the shards in the Mastermind physically and then down here, because that way you don't have to count up all the shards that are on him. Hopefully he doesn't get that many, or they don't get that many. That's a lot of characters. Also, the adapting Masterminds and shards, I have to keep switching them off there, but that's fine. And when they do adapt on a Master Strike, they keep their shards because they're not lurking or anything. It's the same Mastermind. Okay. Yep, that's it. So let me get my starter hands ready, and then I'll fill up the HQ. Get your predictions in right now. Anybody who's watching right now, I didn't really mention this that much yet, but this week is actually the 2nd anniversary of the channel. I started it in August of 2020 during a lockdown. So Thursday, we're going to kind of celebrate it a little. I'm going to be doing some giveaways of stuff from me and stuff from somebody else. So it should be a good time. And then we have a randomizer game to play, of course. But 2 years, I can't even believe that. I literally can't believe it's been 2 years. It feels like the 1 year just passed. But there's been so much Legendary since then and now. The first year didn't have enough new content, as much new Legendary, because, you know, that's when the delays were. I think we got just Annihilation in that time. Maybe not even that, but this is coming in. Now, this camera has not overheated yet. Don't jinx it, though. But, by the way, I returned that webcam. I got the same model. That's the one I'm using over here, and it hasn't overheated. It was just a defective model. But that was great. Yeah, it's nuts. I started this channel. I'm like, I started it thinking, hey, Legendary has the randomized setups. They're different every time. People don't want to watch the same thing every time, but maybe it's different enough. People want to watch it, and you guys do. You guys surprise me, so thank you so much. Happy to do these. So many streams down, over 200. Okay, let me go ahead and fill out the HQ. Let's check our predictions. How did you guys predict? A little bit of time to get one in if you didn't do that yet. We've got 5 say win, 3 say lose. 91% of the points are towards the win side. Not having to do the final blow is kind of a big deal. Makes it a bit easier to win. Also, the HYDRA Council's not too tough to take down. They're fun, though. And we got some strong heroes. I got War Machine and Ronin. I'm going to try to get them together so I can build a hyperspeed deck. Because when I have a hyperspeed deck that works, it's really satisfying. When it doesn't, it's very unsatisfying. It's a big gap between those two. But I'm going to try. And we'll see if we can use Thor and Rocket together for thematic purposes and also for Shards and recruit purposes. Okay. Let me go ahead and close that up right now. Those are closed. Let's see who's starting in our HQ. I don't use the final blow on the adapting masterminds, Adam, because I like to use the final blow for the thematic reason. Like if you hit the mastermind 4 times, then it's the fighting game thing where they're kind of swirling around and then finish him and you take him out for the final blow. This one has 4 different characters, so if I do the final blow, I'm like hitting 1 extra hard, and not only does that feel weird, but I have put the card back after defeating it, which is odd. So when I do the adapting masterminds for this and for the league and for everything else I do for the tournament, there's no final blow. That's why. It feels odd to me with the adapting masterminds. Transforming masterminds is fine because there's still a mastermind card there. But let me fill out my HQ, let make them adapt, and then we'll go. All right, starting HQ. Oh, I didn't give everything a courtesy shuffle, too. Let me give the deck a shuffle. Watch me get a twist in the top after I do this for you. Okay, I'll do a shuffle and a cut. There we go. Shuffle and cut on the hero deck. Shuffle and cut on the villain deck. And let's go. By the way, if you want to try the Legendary Classic mode that I'm working on, I have a few people testing it. It's pretty fun. I'm putting more and more improvements into it. Mr. Giraffe can speak to it. I think you're almost done with your entire run, and I've made changes to it, so thanks for some awesome suggestions. So, all right. HQ time. No more wasting time. Here we go. We got Incoming Detector Rocket, Gamma Ray Experiments Bruce, this is rare, Call Lightning Thor, Odinson Thor, and War Machine Simulated Target Practice. No Ronin at all. So we'll see how that fares for me. It's very interesting. Well, War Machine and Bruce Banner will be decent together too, so we'll see if I end up doing that. Okay. It's time to place everything. So let's adapt. Let's see which mastermind we're starting with. We are going to be starting with whoever this is. It's Red Skull. We read him. All right, so Red Skull's up there. Put the other mastermind cards underneath him. Just to recap, he's a 7 attack. He gets 1 attack for each 2 HYDRA levels, which is monitoring on the escape pile. So I'll wait till the escape pile has something before I do that. All right. Let's go. Time heist time. Unite the shards over here. Again, I have to remember, I can pay 2 recruit any turn during my turn to gain 1 of the mastermind shards. Hopefully, Red Skull doesn't get too many shards. All right, let's go ahead and start this thing. Turn number 1. I got a reverse 4 and 2. Very interesting. Which means I can take Call Lightning the turn after that. I got to keep that in mind. All right, turn 1 from the villain deck gives us the Reality Stone, which is perfect because I have Thor and Rocket. They're going to get the Aether. All right, Ambush. The Reality Gem gains a shard for each Infinity Gem villain card in the city and or the escape pile, which is 1. That's just itself. And then when you fight this, you can reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's not a Scheme Twist, you may put it on the bottom of the villain deck. If you do get a shard, when you fight it, it becomes an artifact that does that when you play it and activate it, by the way. Anyway. So this gets 1 shard from the supply. I got to worry about if all the gems or stones come in early, they can get all the shards, and I might lose early, but I don't think we're going to get that many. But we'll see. Okay, reverse 4 and 2. I cannot fight it. So all I have is 2 recruit. So there's literally nothing else I can do but take a sidekick, and there's only standard sidekicks in the setup. I could take a shard from Red Skull. He doesn't have one, so I'll get a regular shard, or a regular sidekick. There. I'm loving all the pictures I'm seeing from Gen Con. I'm glad so many folks from the Discord got to go, by the way. And I'm glad you all had a good time. And thank you so much to those people who helped get Black Widow pictures. We were able to put the entire card roster together, except for just like 6 cards, 7 cards. 6.5 cards, really. Oh, we got a reverse 4 and 2 on both sides. That's very odd. That's never happened before. What does everyone think is your most viewed playthrough on your channel? Oh, did you check? What do I think it is? Is it my Annihilation playthrough? I don't know. I'm not 100%. All right, turn 2 is Thor. All right, well, Thor's coming in from the Avengers Thor from 2012. Ambush. Oh, Thor takes out Bruce Banner in turn 2. That is something. 2 turns, KOing a rare. Perfect for the 2-year anniversary. Maybe I'll end up playing a first twist next on Thursday. All right, Ambush. KO each hero from the HQ that costs 7 or more. That's amazing. Fight some effect and escape demolish each player. So bye, Bruce. Sorry. Thor gotcha. He hates stairs. All right, kind of. I think it was the Annihilation, not overview, Annihilation playthrough. If you're counting which playthrough is most popular, it might have been that one. Maybe one of the Avengers movies for the MCU. I'm not sure. Anyway, here he comes. Let's fill in. Okay, more Thor. Okay. That was really annoying. Same effect if I fight him, so I gotta fight him when there's no rares out here. Alright, another reverse 4 and 2 I can't do anything with the attack, but I got 6 recruit coming next. Again, just a sidekick. Thank goodness for sidekicks, so I'd have 2 whiff turns of nothing. Thank you to those of you who have filled out the post-tournament survey. I got some interesting suggestions and results there. I will be going over that sometime later this week, and we can do a check mark or X on the things that you like or don't like from people's suggestions, like we did last time. Continues to change and evolve, but I think for the better. Okay, turn 3 is a bystander. Apocalypse's Enigma code by a wide margin. Well, you know what's funny about that is the YouTube algorithm is a funny thing. And some of my videos, the replays, the ones that are very long, have many more views than others, and I think the algorithm just decided to show that one that day, you know? I don't think I posted that one particularly in a special place. I might have. What day is that? What date is that stream from, Mr. Giraffe? The upload of the stream. Okay, 6 recruit. Let's look at my options here. Let's look at all my options. Good to check your options. So Incoming Detector is an artifact. Whenever a Master Strike or a villain's ambush ability is completed, you may gain a shard. There's a lot of ambushes and Master Strikes coming up, so that would not be a bad one to take. You've also got Surge of Power Thor, which is 2 recruit, 0+ attack, and a cost of 4. If you made 8 or more recruits this turn, you get +3 attack. That's the Thor engine getting a lot of recruit. You got to work with that. We got Call Lightning, which is a 3+ attack, and then range, you get +3 attack. We've also got Odinson Thor. We got 2+ recruit, and then strength, you get +2 recruit. Yeah, 557. April 12th. Yeah, there was just something about the algorithm that day. I don't know. It's odd, you know? All right, and simulated target practice. 2 recruit, 2 attack, and then attack. You may fight a henchman from your victory pile this turn. If you do, KO it and rescue a bystander. You do that henchman's fight effect too. This could draw extra cards with the Asgardian warriors, which would be pretty nice. So I could go for the sure thing, the Call Lightning Thor, as the city's starting to fill up. But Incoming Detector is so good to take early. But at the same time, I got to take something on the right. So maybe the right I'll build with Rocket, and I'll build Thor on the left instead. But Thor and Shards work pretty well, because you can collect Shards, and then you can get a Recruit to get your Thor attack, and then spend the Shards. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and go with the expensive one, because I missed 2 turns of recruiting. So, going with Call Lightning on the left, and we'll see if that was a good idea. Cool. Hypersonic Cannon. Hyperspeed 5. Range, you may KO a card from your discard pile. I can take that on the left if I can afford it next turn, because Call Lightning has an attack symbol on it. If I can turn the Thor side into a Hyperspeed deck without taking Odinson, that would actually work. Hyperspeed means you count all the attack symbols on cards, usually. And Thor has 0+ attack, but that would work with the Hyperspeed. Because I don't know where the heck Ronin is, so we'll see. You know, he's doing his Ronin thing. Not super surprising. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The YouTube algorithm is an enigma. Turn 4 is Wasp, who has Elusive 7, one of my favorite keywords. I am a little surprised I didn't see it come back in Black Widow, but there's plenty of great stuff in there. The Annihilation unboxing was the most viewed video. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Annihilation was the first release in a long time. No, I love facts. I love that. That's great. It was the first release in a long time, the first time I did an unboxing, so it was new in a couple of ways, and I think people like that. Now people kind of expect them, which is fine, but I still get a lot of views on them. I just want to make sure that I get those out so people can learn about the set. Okay, so Elusive 7 means I can't fight her unless I've made, not spent, but made 7 recruit this turn. Only 1 attack, though. Alright, I have 6 recruit over here, too. So I really got to figure out what I'm doing here. What am I building on the left? I took Thor's Call Lightning. I could take War Machine and do some hyperspeeding over there. I could build with Rocket over here and take Rocket and War Machine together, but then and put the hyperspeed cards on the left. That would be actually not bad. If I take Incoming Detector and then some of the Tech War Machine cards, I can defeat Henchmen, draw cards, get Shards. That's not bad. So I think I'm going to go that route because I really want to take Incoming Detector before it's before too many Master Strikes happen. So let's take it. Let's get it out there as an artifact. See what comes up. And War Machine's rare. All right, I'm not fighting Thor while this is out here. And a sidekick. By the way, here's the War Machine's rare. 5 attack. Whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, draw a card and rescue a bystander. Hey, I'm drawing a blank. Where did Rhodey go on the time heist? What group was he with? For some reason, I can't recall. Okay. I gotta watch those again. I really, really do. He was with Nebula. Right, okay. That's right, that's what I don't remember. Thank you, guys. All right, yeah, he went with Nebula at the Power Stone, and they watched Peter Quill dance from a distance. I love that part, the references. Perfect. So we have, I think we have a member of each part, each wing of the time heist, except for the Back in Time shield facility, the project, oh god. Sorry, my remembering on the names is terrible. But, you know, the stuff with Tony and Cap. 4, 5, 6. All right, turn 5. Let's go. There it is, twist. Okay. Shards time. All right, stack this twist next to the scheme. Then, for each twist in that stack, the Mastermind gains a shard. So the Mastermind gains a shard. Let's go ahead and put this, well, that's going to be hard to see. I'll use an orange one. Okay, orange one of the Mastermind. I can pay 2 recruit anytime to get one of those. Any number of times I can do that. Got to make sure the Mastermind has not 10 shards. That'll ramp up fast. Starting with the sidekick. Draw 2. We've got Call Lightning and another agent. So I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. 1 attack. And we've got Call Lightning, which doesn't activate. So 4 attack, 5 recruit. Well, I can't hit anything for 4 attack. For 5 recruit, I can take Hypersonic Cannon, or I can take a shard from the Mastermind. Now, seeing as how it's so early, I'm going to make this into my ranged Thor War Machine Hyperspeed deck, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I can KO some cards, too, this way. Let's go ahead and take it. And hopefully the Mastermind doesn't ramp up with Shards too fast. Okay, there's Bruce Banner that can transform into Savage Hulk Unleashed. Which would work pretty well for Hyperspeed too. If I can KO everything except for cards with attack symbols on them, which Thor is great for because he'll still give you Recruit, but he also has the attack symbol for Hyperspeed. I think that's where I want to go now. Turn 6, Ant-Man. Another one with Elusive. By the way, Wasp and Ant-Man, who are they in this setup? If you have any suggestions, because they weren't in the Avengers 2012. All right, except the Rogers the Musical seems to disagree. Okay, Elusive 4. I can't fight him until I made 4 Recruit that turn, and then I fight him for 3. Okay, 5 Recruit. So I took Rocket. I could take Gamma Bomb Disaster, which will give me 2 Recruit, Outwit, transform this into Savage Hulk Unleashed. But once he transforms, he turns into Hulk with Smash 4. Not the best, not the worst for this side. I'd rather have him on my Hyperspeed side after I transform him. I could do that target practice. I could take some tech when Rocket comes back. That might be better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with a simulated target practice. Hopefully get some more tech showing up. And maybe just a sidekick if I can't afford anything else. Cool, another one. Sidekick it is. Standard sidekick. I need attack early because the city's getting crazy. And if that stone escapes, the Mastermind's going to get another shard. And I don't want him to do that. 4, 5, 6. Wow, double sidekicks and the artifact. I have to play this in order to do its effect. So I think a Master Strike might come out. It'll be a little too late for that. But let's see. We got 3 and 3. Turn 7 gives me the Soul Gem, which is a great early pickup. So if I can get this, awesome. So Ambush, the Soul Gem gains a shard for each villain in the city. That's going to be 2 shards. No, it's not each stone, each villain. So full 5. 5 shards. That's not great for the count. So this one becomes an artifact when you play it. Whenever you defeat a villain, put a shard on the Soul Gem from the supply. Once per turn, you get plus attack equal to the number of shards on the Soul Gem. So what's funny about the Soul Gem is that it's a great card, but you can't take the shards off of the Soul Gem. So the longer I have this out, the more shards are taken away from the supply, and the more likely I run out of shards. So we'll see. But right now it gets 5 shards, which is a lot. If I run out of shards in the supply, I'm going to be pretty embarrassed. What a way to lose this. 5 shards. Imagining the Soul Gem coming out in a full city with Ego. Alright. 3 Recruit, 3 Attack. This is my Hyperspeed side, so I don't want Odinson. Unfortunately. I can't even fight Ant-Man, so I'm going to have the Reality Stone escape, I think. Yeah, I can't find a single thing in the city. Wow. So, what's my best option? I mean, I could take Odinson, but I really want to get that Hyperspeed deck, and I really don't want to screw it up. So I'm going to go for another sidekick and just call it. And see what happens. Okay. I'm not sure how this is going right now. The city is very aggressive. Extremely aggressive. Thor KO'd Bruce Banner. I haven't even gotten a single Infinity Stone yet, which is the whole point of the time heist, so I gotta hurry this up. Okay. I have the artifact, but I have to play it, or it doesn't do anything. Not yet. We'll see if we have an escape. Turn 8 is a Scheme Twist. Okay, no strikes yet. But at least I don't have an escape just yet. Alright. Twist that gets stacked next to the scheme. There are 2 twists in the stack, so 2 more shards from the Mastermind. Red Skull is now a 10 to hit. No Hydra level yet, which is going to be hard to do. I don't think there's any Hydra in the villain deck for this game. But things are getting scary. I'll play Incoming Detector first, which has the artifact. Whenever a Master Strike or a villain's ambush ability is completed, you may gain a shard. So I'm going to start collecting shards with that over here. Let's play the sidekick. I have 2 sidekicks, so maybe I'll be able to hit something. 1, 2. Alright, so I have 3 attack here. And I've made 3 recruit. This sidekick needs to give me 1 more recruit, and I can fight Ant-Man at least. Actually, hold on. Here's my discard pile. Should I recruit before I play the sidekick? No, because I might get more recruit, and I can't get anything on Odinson here. All right, let's play the sidekick now. We'll reshuffle. I got to take big moves right now. So let's find out what's happening. Okay, 2 cards. 1, 2. Cool, that's going to do it. So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit, and 3 attack. Just enough to hit the elusive Ant-Man. Yeah, that's all I can hit. Because we got 7, 7, 1 with elusive 7, and we've got 10. And the Mastermind is also 10. So let's take out Ant-Man for 3. Okay, with 5 recruit, I can take, yeah, I'm trying to build with Rocket here. You know what? Yeah, I'm not forgetting that, and I want to do that. I'm just considering. I'm like, do I want to take Gamma Bomb Disaster? Or I can get 2 shards off Red Skull. And then I can fight more stuff. I want to build up my shards, though. I don't want to spend them right away if I don't have to, because I want to hit the Mastermind once to get all the shards off of him if he has a lot, you know? Or use them to get a stone. Okay, because I have the Incoming Detector out here right now, I will spend now to take him off the Mastermind, but I'm glad I fought something without having to spend him. So we'll go down to 1. We'll get these 2 shards off of him. They go to the supply, though. I wish I gained them, right? No, I do gain them. They don't go to the supply. So, yeah, there we go. I'll put them on a Rocket there. Sweet. Double, triple check the rules even if you're 95% sure, because if you don't, you might get something wrong. All right, got a lot of attack coming up. Moving over. Turn 9 is our first Master Strike, so guess what? Right side gets a shard. Cool. Here we go. Each player KOs one of their non-gray heroes. Adapt. Well, that's rough. I didn't take a lot of non-gray heroes in the first place. I have to KO Call Lightning. I have no others. That is rough. And right-hand side, I have to get rid of Incoming Detector or Target Practice. It's going to be Target Practice. I'm going to keep my Incoming Detector. And I'm almost completed a Master Strike. I got to adapt first. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh, that really, really hurt. So, here we go. They have 1 shard. Shuffle them up. Let's see which Mastermind we get. It is Viper this time. Who is this? The ancient one? Viper? In this game? Okay. +1 for each Hydra villain in the city. Good thing that's not happening. Master Strike, if there's any Hydra villains in the city, each player gains would adapt. Yeah, not as strong without the Hydra villain group. But still annoying with the shards. That was very rough. But I take solace in the fact that they don't get buffs from Hydra. Well, they do, but there aren't any. Alright, I'll play my sidekick on the left. Oh, I'd give my shard to Rocket now. Here, he gets a 3rd shard thanks to the Master Strike finishing. So 3 shards on the right. I got 3 attack, 3 recruit. I gotta rebuild, man. I really don't want to take Odinson, but the issue is stuck. Well, you know what? I played 3 troopers. I'm gonna have more recruit next turn. So I'll spend 2 more to get that last shard off of the Mastermind. Put it over here, and I'll end my turn. Taking my time here, though. Sure, see you later. Thank you for coming by, and I hope you enjoy it when it's back. When it's up, you can watch it. And Mr. Giraffe is a coffee member, so for him, it'll be up tomorrow. If you want early access to my replays, you can follow support on Coffee. And I'll have those up for you within 24 hours. Or right about 24 hours after the stream ends, because those are Twitch's rules. But that's as soon as I can get it to you. Turn 10 is going to be first Henchmen. Where have you guys been? All right, fight, draw a card. Could have used them earlier. All right. Gamario, thank you for the follow. If I pronounced that incorrectly, I apologize. All right. Sidekick. Shuffle up. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm going to have all these grays lost in the shuffle. So I got rid of my other non-gray, so there's not that much left. But I'll play the sidekick to hopefully for some more recruit. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4 recruit. Did I pronounce it incorrectly? Let me know. Let me know if I can say it properly. Is it Gamarillo? Or is it Gamario? It's one of those two, I'm sure. All right. I can't hit anything for 2. I got to spend a shard if I want to take out the Asgardian warrior. Which I might have to do so I can avoid an escape. I'm probably just going to take Gamma Bomb Disaster this turn anyway. Let me go ahead and spend 1 shard, which means it goes back to the supply for a 3rd attack. Let's fight the Asgardian warriors. They're from villains. They have fight, draw a card, take them out. And I draw another trooper, so I'm at 1 extra little attack here. Let's take the Gamma Bomb Disaster. Give me tech now. Power later. Something. Just to move the HQ along, because it is stagnant. All right, another... Okay, I want to take Surge of Power on the left for the Hyperspeed. I already lost 1 card. Makes me sad. And now reshuffle. Right side has KO'd so many for an early game. Or at least has KO'd a non-gray. I have so few non-grays here. Okay, sweet. Moving on over. I might not win this. We'll see how this turns out. I'm really behind. Turn 11 is the Mind Gem Ambush, which is going to trigger Rocket Raccoon's ability. Mind Gem gains a shard for each scheme twist in the KO pile and or stack next to the scheme, which is 2. And its artifact is once per turn you get +2 recruit. Great for Thor. This is an 8 attack Infinity Stone. And what do I have? I got to go with Hyperspeed 5. By the way, Rocket gets another shard for an ambush effect happening. Let's see if I get lucky here. You may KO a card from your discard pile. So a Hyperspeed 1, it's a Shield Agent, and reshuffle. Hyperspeed means you mill your deck until you get the number of cards that were there. Alright, 2, that's 1 attack. 3, 4, that's 1 attack. And then 5, that's a whiff. Alright, so these go to my discard pile. Oh, and I get to KO a card from the discard pile. I KO the Shield Agent, of course. So that was played. I ended up with 3 attack and 4 recruit. So even if I spend my shard, that's 4 attack total, and I can't hit a single thing. Hey, Devin, how you doing? I saw somebody got your their legendary game designer bystander signed by you at Gen Con. It looked like a lot of fun. Oh man, I'm not doing well. I had Thor came in, he KO'd Bruce Banner. I had my War Machine KO'd from the right-hand side. I'm doing worse than I thought I would. All right, so I am going to still take Surge of Power. I'm just crossing my fingers hoping that the Hyperspeed works. I can't hit anything, so I'm going to lose the Reality Gem. Shoot. Well, what are you going to do? 2. 1, 2. So we're... Hey, MVL. How are you liking the classic mode, MVL, that I put together? I saw you played a little bit of it. I spent some time on a sheet that makes, you know, like classic mode in Smash Brothers, it makes one kind of for legendary, like kind of a roguelike, which has 8 battles with some bonus levels in the middle, has some random elements. You get some progression as you get to keep some heroes and use them later on. Just try to beat 8 battles. It's kind of fun. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Psyched to see your Black Panther videos and you're playing so much as, hey, that means a lot. Thank you for making this awesome game continuing. 10 years is nuts, and I can't wait to see what else is coming. The Black Widow set looks so interesting. You didn't see this, but in my Discord, I think back last year, I'm like, I really hope Dodge returns some villains in Black Widow. I know it can be kind of broken sometimes in villains, but I'd love to see it on Natasha, and lo and behold, there it is. So I'm very happy about that, and it looks really fun. Can't wait to play that one too. Always looking for the new thing, but happy to play. I'm having so much fun. It's a testament that I'm played over 200 streams, and it's still just as fun as when I started. Okay, turn 12, Iron Man comes in. So this is going to be rough. First thing that happens is the Reality Gem escapes. The Shard goes to the Mastermind, and no escape effect on the on this, so it's just out of here. All right. MVO Marcus, about the classic mode. It's so fun. I absolutely love the way it's set out and love how the roster looks just like Smash Brothers. Yes, I'm 1 life down, but just finished my 2nd battle with a resounding victory. Okay, 1 life is not so bad. You got 2 left, but well done. Who's on your roster? Who have you been able to lock so far? Okay, so I got to do a KO for that escape. I'm going to get rid of Odinson because he doesn't really fit with any archetype I'm trying to do. So that's gone. Refresh, and everybody moves down. And yeah, they have that shard from that escape. And then Iron Man comes on in, which means at the end of this, Rocky's going to get a shard. All right, each player reveals a tech, ally, or gains a bindings, which I can't do because Rody got KO'd earlier. So let's go ahead and get myself some bindings. Still making more stuff. 10 years in its wild. I rewatched the Black Widow movie the other day, and there was a ton of stuff in the Black Widow set reminiscent of the movie, as well as of her in her famous comic storylines. And we were wondering about that. We noticed all the way since the core set obviously uses the 6 Avengers from the movie. I'm sure that does Marvel have any input? Like, we want you to use a lot of the characters from the movies, but you do the comic versions, because you see that in Guardians of the Galaxy. You see that in a couple other sets too, like in Doctor Strange as well. I know the original movie was supposed to star Nightmare. I'm just curious how much their connection there is there. All right, so bindings go out. Here we go. One bindings for each side. I mean, I love it either way. And I like how there's recognizable characters and people can experience their comic personas a little who may not be familiar with that. Or is it a coincidence? Okay, that was annoying. I do have 4 shards, so I can get 6 attack this turn if I want to. 2 attack, 4 recruit. And 4 shards to spend. All right. That's not enough to hit anything. I only have a 6 attack. And this is 7, 9, 11, 1 with elusive 7, and then Thor is 7. So I still can't hit a darn thing. And Thor's going to escape, and he's going to start demolishing. This is going worse than I thought. But it's entertaining. I'll give you that. My roster is Storm, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Wolverine, X-Men, and Iron Fist. Hey, decent. So you have a lot of variation. You can, so what's cool about the classic mode is you randomize the heroes, and then you can replace up to 1 per player with 1 from your locked. So, I could see you could get Wolverine in a set with a lot of instinct and throw him in there, cover up a hero that doesn't work with the archetype. Okay, yeah, I can't find anything. I just got to give up on that. 4 recruit on the right side. I'm going to get the shard and the sidekick. But the H cube is so stagnant. Left side's got 3 recruit. Yeah, left side's not getting anything. Let me actually take Odinson here. I have a strength coming. I need more recruit, and I'm not hyperspeeding on the right, so I'm going to go ahead and take Odinson there. Cool. And there's more War Machine for this side, too, later. And that's it. I'm going to have to let Thor escape with a bystander, nonetheless. Jeez. Okay. We've got a 3 and 3, like I looked at earlier. And, alright, so no escape. But the shards are ramping up here. Okay, so there are 3 twists next to the Mastermind, or next to the scheme. And 3 shards in the Mastermind. So Viper, or the Ancient One, now is at 4 shards. Really keeping the Infinity Stone away from me. Pushing me out into the Astral Plane. So we've got 3 attack, 3 recruit. Okay. Yep, can't take anything or fight anything. I have 4 shards, 4 attack with a shard if I want. But that's it. I avoided the escape only to have an escape happen anyway. So let's take another sidekick. And I can't forget I have a bind. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to get a shard off the Mastermind. It's probably a better idea. I only have standard sidekick, so I didn't reveal anything. So that's fine. I'll get 1 shard off of him. Off of her. Off of them. Whoever shows up at a certain time. Because otherwise... Well, I have 2 shards now. I can actually fight something for 5. I still can't fight anything. Okay, I got a hyperspeed at least. Coming up. Okay, turn 14. Time gem. Alright, there goes Thor. So Thor is running away doing a couple of things. First, same effect as the ambush. Okay, no, overrun, not a fight. Demolish each player. That's an escape. Okay, let's demolish each player. Top card of the villain deck. is a 4 cost. There's Ronin, only to be put to the bottom of the hero deck. So he's a 4 cost. That means Gamma Bomb Disaster is discarded. And left-hand side doesn't discard any, but that really messed me up. Everything's just triggering perfectly to mess me up here. Okay, Thor's gone. And with a bystander too. So we got a KO. You know what? I'm thinking about KOing Thor because of Thor. Because I want Rhodey. Although, yeah, I'm going to get rid of Thor. With Thor. There's another Thor. Alright, and we have to discard a card for the bystander being carried off. Well, actually, first, yeah, if we do that first and the time gem comes in. Wasp is going to escape too. I have not updated the Shards on Mastermind counter. I don't know why. He's got 3. They've got 3. The High Council does. The Guardians of the Stonekeepers, whatever. All right, I've got 4 attack. I can't hit anything. Let's get rid of a trooper. Left-hand side. I got 4 recruit. I'm going to discard a trooper as well. I at least want the 4 recruit to get Surge of Power. If I don't have that, I'm going to be out of luck. I got 2 shards too. All right. Hold on. I have 4, 5, 6 shards. Is there a way I can hit something? Hold on. But instead of discarding the trooper, here's what I could do. I've got 4 shards. Oh, I got another ambush coming. So I'll have 5, 6, 7. If I spend them all, I can get another shard from the Mastermind. That's 8 shards. And I can hit the Mind Gem. Oh, but the Time Gem plays on the card from the villain deck. Shoot. Well, all right. I'm going to get rid of an agent instead. Maybe I can get enough attack by getting shards. Everybody goes in. Time Gem comes in. There's an ambush effect when it's completed. Rocket's going to get another shard. Ambush, play another card from the villain deck. Time Gem gains shards equal to that card's printed victory points. And then becomes an artifact. We get to take another turn. Okay, here we go. Master Strike. So no printed victory points, so no shards in the Time Gem. But I do have to play a Master Strike now, which is Vipers. Yes. If there are any Hydra villains in the city, each player gains a wound. There aren't, and I adapt. Actually, what's interesting about this is I'm wondering, on one hand, should I be doing the rule where you treat the Always Leads Mastermind group as a different group? Or this says if there's any Hydra villains. Because they're not mentioning their Always Leads group specifically. They're mentioning Hydra villains. Even though their Always Leads group is Hydra villains. But since I didn't hear anything, I'm just going to continue to do it as, it would be Gems or Avengers. You know what? If I wanted to be... So off the cuff, I don't know if you're still there. What's the spirit of this thing? Should I say that they're, instead of Hydra, it's the stones? And I should get a wound for this? That would make it tougher. Viper would get +1 attack for each stone in the city. So if I don't hear from you, I'm just going to... I already started playing it as they don't get the buff because there's no Hydra. And I might lose this anyway. We'll see. We'll adapt right now. If that does count, I would get a wound, but it's a little bit of a semantic issue here. All right. We've got Red Skull again. Cool. Yeah, Luke. All right, you know what? I'm going to play through it just because at least Hydra levels won't count. So, the question is this. For these themed setups, we use usually the non-always leads group. And the rule is that when you have a mastermind and you're not using their always leads group, whenever it mentions that group, you use another group from the setup. These don't mention the group specifically. They don't mention specifically one of the Hydra groups. They just say a Hydra villain. Like, actually, it was Viper. They mention if there's any Hydra villains in the city, which is not a specific villain group, but it counts both of them, right? So is the intention for that to also trigger off the replacement always leads, or the replacement for the always leads? So in this case, it would be the Infinity Gems. So should I read that as if there's any Infinity Gems in the city, Infinity Gem villains in the city? Or is it different enough that it doesn't count here? You know, it's a semantics thing, but that's the question. But I think in the spirit of it, it should be... Did I pull Zemo? No, I got Red Skull. I saw it come up. Okay. All right. Yes. At least there's no Hydra level, so you know what? I'm going to do the wound thing, unless I hear otherwise. So if I'm counting those, each player gets a wound. Gotcha. All right, there it is. Wounds for me. We are doing that. One more question that was on the Facebook that actually happened in my last week. I played the Captain Marvel game, and I was playing the Kree Skrull War, and a Skrull, you might have seen this in the Facebook group, a Skrull shapeshifter took a Super Skrull and they went to the escape pile. So does the Super Skrull count as a Skrull in the escape pile for purposes of Skrull conquest? So if 2 Skrulls escaped, would that be 2 Skrulls in the escape pile? Gotcha. Well, it makes sense. I get the wording is easier because you don't have to mention the group because you can just say Hydra. So the intention is there. I get it. It's clear. I get it. All right. Yeah. Okay. No Hydra levels though, because that doesn't work. Okay. There I have 3 shards. I've got 2 attack. I got 2 recruit. Because the Kree Skrull War says if there are more Skrulls than Kree in the escape pile, or more Kree than Skrulls. It doesn't say Skrull villains, and I know that's because it was, in the core set. But if I do the wording exactly, is Super Skrull a Skrull, quote unquote, for the purposes of that card? And is it like cross-dimensional, where you count things like Marvel as a Kree? Same thing. I didn't think that would come up, but it literally happened in one of my games. Okay. So the card I played was a Master Strike. I gave the shard to the rocket. So I've got 5 shards, 6, 7 attack total if I want to. All right. When Super Skrull Hero was carried off by a Skrull shapeshifter, I claim that the Super Skrull Hero would count as a Skrull card in its own right. Perfect. That's what the consensus was. What about Captain Marvel? Would he count as a Kree for that same purpose? Okay. I can get the Mind Gem. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend my 2 recruit to get a shard from the Mastermind. Perfect. Not use the lure. So Skrull would count because it says Skrull in there. Marvel would not. Perfect. Thank you so much for the answer. It's nice to have an official ruling on that because I just wasn't sure. All right, let's spend all my shards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack is my total. And I can get the Mind Gem, which gives me 1 more shard, which I'll put on Rocket just for simplicity here. Take out the Mind Gem. Fight becomes an artifact. Oh yeah, except Captain Marvel's card called Kree Genetics would count as a Kree because it says the word Kree in the title. So it's like Hydra, it's like Shield and Hydra level in that way if it says Shield or Hydra in the victory pile. Perfect. Very clear. Thank you very much. Okay. Somebody asked the other day, hey, does Red Guardian's card that says Shield count as Shield level, towards Shield level in the victory pile? And I said no, because it's not the acronym Shield. There's no periods in there. Wouldn't count. That's, if you think about it, that's what I love about Legendary, right? Most of these rules are you can infer very closely from just being very specific with how it's written. This is the part you will love, yeah. Hulkling's divided card, half Kree, half Skrull, counts as both, as does Rick Jones' caught in Kree Skrull War. That's great. That's great, that's great. People asked about Hulkling, so that would make sense. Gotta love those interactions. There's nothing better than discovering those. Alright, better than I'm doing in this game, for sure. Can you tell I'm stalling? Because I don't think I'm doing too well. Alright, turn 15 is going to give us another Asgardian warrior. Easy to take down. Should be anyway. I only have 2 attack right now if I spend my shards. Let's see if I, right, Dynamite? Okay, let's recruit first, then I might be able to hyperspeed the attack card. So let me take Surge of Power first. And then we'll hyperspeed 5 with Hypersonic Cannon. There's a tech rocket. First hyperspeed is Surge of Power. That's 1 attack. Let's keep going. Here we go. That's another attack. There's another attack, a 3rd attack. And, oh! And 1 more. Full successful hyperspeed. 5 attack. You gotta love it. Okay, things are looking a little more up now. I've got 2 more shards. I can get 7. I can take out Iron Man. Each player reveals a tech, hero, or gains of bindings. I'll fail that. And Dynamite, again, you can type in exclamation challenges and you can submit one. Dynamite, you are a coffee member, so you do have priority on setups. But this weekend, because Imka Bonger's Wicked Pepper won the tournament, which is really exciting, there were like 54 people and she won, which is great. I'm playing her setup on Friday. All right, I can take out the Time Gem. I can take out Iron Man. Time Gem, I just gain it in my discard pile. And I only have to spend 1 shard. And I won't have to get a bindings. I'll wait till more tech is around. Let's spend 1 shard. Up to 6 attack. Adjust this counter that I am not keeping track of. Only 2 shards in the Mastermind. And we'll take out the Time Gem, gain it as an artifact. Clearing some spaces little by little. At some point, I should just be able to consistently hit the Mastermind, but I'm not there yet. Give me some trouble. By the way, I do want to shout out again off the cuff. Every single setup I've played on these MCU streams is designed by him. You can type in exclamation MCU to get the list to all those setups, and they've all been wonderful and super thematic, even when certain expansions weren't out yet, like Guardians of the Galaxy MCU or Black Panther or Doctor Strange. He built one anyway. I'm going to go back and play those after he's replaced them with cards that are more fitting, but they've all been so much fun and so great. And a lot of them come down to the wire. They not just thematic, but they turn out to be really good games, too. Turn 16 is another Asgardian warrior, which should be easy to take out. But unfortunately, I only have 2 attack, and I have a shard, so I might have to spend a shard. I can get rid of his bindings by resting, but then I'm going to have an escape. So I'm going to spend my shard to get 1 more attack, my 2 troopers, 2, 3. Let's take out a warrior, see what we draw, just so I can avoid more escapes. I draw into Odinson. I can no longer rest, so I got 1, 2, 3, 5 recruit. And I can take one of these techs. Let's go with Military Industrial Complex. Whenever you defeat a villain this turn, you get +1 attack. This one's good for hyperspeed, though. But it also is a tech to help with fighting things like Iron Man. Plus, I think right side has more punch ability here to fight the villains. Okay. I could take Gritty Scavenger and a Sidekick. But I don't need more recruit right now. I need more attack. Unless I want to get more recruit, try to get War Machine's rare. Oh, geez. I don't know what to do. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to spend 2 to get a shard from the Mastermind. Down to 3. Because I do have to take those off of him. And I'll spend the other 3 to get Gritty Scavenger. Let's go with that. Okay. There's Ronin. He finally showed up. And the Mind Gem's here, too. For just a split second, I'm like, well, did I put a villain in the discard pile by accident? No, that was on purpose. It's an artifact. Turn 17. Hulk. You know what he does? Ambush. Smash. Hulk smash. Demolish each player twice. Fight, same effect. Overrun, same effect. But Rocket's going to get a shard at the end of this, so I don't forget, because of an ambush effect. Okay, here we go. Top 2 cards of the hero deck. We've got a 4 cost. That's awful. And a 4 Oh no. That's the worst thing that could have happened this turn. This was Luke, it was randomized from here. You know what? I'll show you. So, here's how Off the Cuff puts these together. With setups that have multiple characters that are in Legendary from the movie or project. He puts them all there, and he asked me to randomize them, so I did. These are the 5 I randomized, so they're interesting how they're interacting for sure. Alright, so unfortunately I demolished 2 4 costs. I revealed 2 4 costs, which means both Surge of Powers are discarded. That was painful. And I lose Bruce Banner. He cannot transform because he's never ending up in my hand. He keeps being discarded. He's being demolished. Hulk demolished Pewdie Banner. I love that. That's never happened before. Okay. Right? He goes here? Okay. Yes. Well, I've got 3 attack. 2 attack from the shards. I can just fight a warrior now. Let me do that. Fight the Asgardian warrior. Draw a card. You know the drill. Oh, wait. No, I'm on the left-hand side. I only have one shard. So I'll still fight the Asgardian warrior. And I draw a card. It's a Bindings. So 3, gone. Yeah, well, 2012 Hulk would do a number on Endgame Hulk, so we didn't get to see that. We saw Cap meet Cap, but that was about it. 6. All right, we got 3 and 2. I'm on turn 17. This is my hand. It doesn't feel very good. Okay, we got the Mind Gem out here. More artifacts. Next, turn 18 gives me a Scheme Twist. So now there are 4 Scheme Twists after the Mastermind, which means that the Mastermind is going to get, and I'm not, again, the counters is just like moot right now. Oh yeah, from the trailer, I'm loving how we're seeing more Hulk, because we haven't been able to see a lot of Hulk, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 4 twists stacked. 5. I'm getting very dangerously close to the Mastermind having 10 shards on him. So I could lose this game, which would kind of be embarrassing. But I'll take it if it happens. I will own up to it. Let's play the Mind Gem as an artifact. Once per turn, you get +2 recruit. Would have been better for Thor, but I'll use it. So I'll activate it to get 2 recruit. I'm at 3, 4, 5 recruit. I really wanted the hyperspeed deck, but I'm not getting a recruit over there because, you know, I'm building a hyperspeed deck. But I can get shards off the Mastermind, so let's keep trying to do that because I'm going to lose if I get one more twist and he has 5 on him. Alright, so we're going to spend... Go down to 1, we'll take 2 shards. 4 shards on Incoming Detector. Mind Gem's a good one to get the shards off the Mastermind, because that's one free shard off the Mastermind, basically. And we'll try not to let our cards get discarded by the Demolish, so we can use them for once. Okay, 5, 6. Wow, a wound and a... Oh, no, yep, that's a wound and a Bindings. So it might be a good time to rest that turn, because I can get rid of them both, but I may not be able to afford to. Turn 19 is another Asgardian warrior. 3 recruit, 2 attack, and a shard. I can't do much of anything. So I can rest, because really, I could spend the shard just to get the Asgardian warrior out of there. I'll do that. Spend the shard, 3 attack. Take him out. Actually, I could get 4 recruit, 4 attack if I get a shard, but whatever. I'll fight him. Draw a card. It's Surge of Power. If you made 8 or more recruit this turn, you get +3 attack. I didn't. I'm up to 5 recruit now. Move these artifacts over. Okay. So, what do I do with this 5 recruit? I'll probably take Hypersonic Cannon. I can survive 1 more twist, but I need to build this deck up. He's going to get 5 shards, so I'll go up to 9, which is a scary place to be. But if I don't build up this deck, I'm not going to be able to... See, I did it. Told you. Victory pile. I knew I was going to do it. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. I'm not going to end up hyperspeeding the Infinity Gem because I drew it. Oh, and refill the HQ. Another simulated target practice. Is this a rest turn? We'll see what happens. Okay, another warrior. I don't even outwit. I have a 4 cost as an artifact. I've got a 4 cost as Gamma Bomb Disaster. I have 0, so I can't outwit, can't transform. I'll play the Mind Gem to get 2 recruit. This might be a rest and get all the shards off the Mastermind turn. So I'll play Gamma Bomb Disaster for 2 recruit. Because I can't clear the city anyway unless I spend my shards. And Wasp will escape. She doesn't have an escape effect. That's fine. Okay, 2, 4, 6 recruit. And yeah, let's do this. Let's spend 6 recruit, so 2 times 3 to get all 3 shards off the Mastermind. So no more shards in the Mastermind. Now, do I rest or do I fight? I should probably save up these shards to hit the Mastermind once. So I'm going to rest, let Wasp get out of there, get rid of both my Bindings and my Wound because they're the only ones I have, and I do no fighting or recruiting. No villains defeated, and no recruiting any heroes. So they're both gone. Alright, I think that was the right move. Rocket's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shards. on him. That incoming detector early was nice. This is his uncommon. And thank you, Dino Mike. I needed that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hope this hyperspeed is true. Gives me some good stuff. Turn 21. Scheme twist. So no escape. But now there's 5 shards in the Mastermind. Good thing I have plenty of recruit this turn, or maybe will. Okay. I can survive this scheme if I just clear it every time. We'll see. There's only 7 twists. 5 plus the number of players. Okay. 5 shards on the Mastermind. Yeah, same. Okay, we'll play the time gem. So, by the way, time gem says when you play an artifact, and I don't know if Devin's still here, but question, when you play this artifact, take another turn after this one, use this ability only if this is the first time any player has played the time gem in this game. So I noticed on later cards that let you play it on the turn, it says don't play a card from the villain deck. I wondered if that was something that was tested for the time gem. I'm curious why the time gem does play another card from the villain deck when you use it, especially since it's limited to only once per game. I've always been curious about that. Okay. Let's try a hyperspeed, and I can KO a card if I play Thor first. I've got 2 attack, 1 recruit, and yeah, let's do Surge of Power first. 2 recruit. Don't get the extra effect, but now I can hyperspeed. So let's see. Hyperspeed 5, then I can KO a card from my discard pile. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow! All fails. At least I milled away a bindings. That's not great. So I'll reshuffle. And if I recall correctly, hyperspeed, you take all the cards, you set them aside, then once you're done, you discard them all. So these are set aside. 1 more. Hypersonic Cannon. That gives me 1 more attack. And these go to my discard pile. And I will activate his ability, or his ability activates. And I will KO this bindings from my discard pile. Okay. I have enough for a warrior. Let me do that. I lose in the next twist, though, if I can't... oh, I draw a card, so they're gone. And I draw Shield Agent. Okay. Let's get 2 shards. 2, 4. So the next twist is going to play 6. So I'm safe from the next twist. I'll have 9 shards on him. Okay. I could activate the time gem now, but I don't know if I want to. What does right-hand side have? Right-hand side's got a ton of shards, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can get a bunch of shards off the Mastermind. So I won't play the time gem right now. I'll end my turn. Activate the time gem, that is. Maybe I'll survive this after all. All right, let me make sure I did this right. I have a deck, I have a discard pile. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Turn 22 is Captain America. All right, here we go. Ambush. Each player reveals 3 colors of allies or gains of bindings. Gray is a color. Fight same effect. Guess what? I can do it on the right-hand side. I got gray, black, yellow, thanks to Rocket. So I'm safe from Cap on the left, but or the right. The left-hand side's got literally just blue and gray. Oh, time gem. No, it doesn't have a color. So left side gets the bindings. Bound by Cap here. Captain America gets +1 attack for each color of hero in the layer. So basically he's empowered by... Oh, that's not technically true. He just gets empowered by different colors. Not technically empowered. So I've got tech and range. So he's only +2. First die I've had to use all game. That's not the big ones. 6 attack on him. Alright, let's activate the Mind Gem. Oh, there was an ambush, so Rocket gets another shard. So powerful. Activate the Mind Gem for 2 recruit. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shards on him. I can get almost get the Soul Gem. I'm running out of shards in the supply, though, so I gotta spend these soon. Gritty Scavenger. 2 recruit. You may discard a card if you draw a card. I will discard a... Whew, I don't know. No, it's the new moon animation. Relatively new. A couple months ago, I think. My timing is way off. I'll get rid of a Gritty Scavenger. discard it, and I will draw into... Ooh, I got Odinson. That was a good idea. I didn't play a strength, though. But I got 6 total recruit now. I have 8 total recruit. Oh, this is tough. I could get Shards off the Mastermind, or I could take the War Machine rare. What do I want to do there? I got 2 attack with the shields. And I have, let me look at it. I will survive the next twist. So 5 attack, whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, draw a card and rescue a bystander. There are only 2 twists left, so chances of me encountering them are kind of low. So this is so good though. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna take overwhelming firepower right now instead of getting any shards off of the Hydra High Council there. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to fight that soul gem. I can fight Wasp, though. I made 8 recruit. So, elusive 7. I got through. So, I'm going to fight her for almost free. Take her out for 1. Alright, that's good. Now, I don't have to spend my precious shards right now. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 12 in the supply. Alright, let's hold on. The time gem is great for other artifacts because if you know what's out and you play another turn, you can just activate those artifacts again, usually. But left side, that's the only artifact I've got. Plus, I haven't been able to KO that much. I got 6 grays. That's not good. And I got this, not so great hand either, but I can get some shards off the Mastermind. Okay. Oh, no! I don't lose, but I got very close just now. Unite the shards. All right. For each twist in that stack, the Mastermind gains a shard, and now the supply is getting low, too. So, 9 shards in the Mastermind. That is not good. On the next twist, I lose, unless I can get most all the shards off of them. Whew. That's not a good place to be. And their attack is buffed up, too. All right. Operation, get all the shards off the Mastermind. Here we go. Luke, if you want the keyword bot to work, don't put the colon in there. That's the part that's tripping you up. Or you can just use the letter K. Exclamation K space the keyword name. Slice of power. Well, let's play my agents. 2 attack, 2 recruit. Slice of power. I didn't make 8 recruit. That would have been great on the other side where I did. All right. We'll see if getting that rare has forsaken me. Cap is still at +2. No worries. I can spend my 2 shards. I'll be at 4. I still can't hit anything. I will lose if I don't get the shards off the Mastermind. So instead of recruiting, even though I really want Storm of Arrows, I'm going to spend my 4 to get 2 shards off of him. And then I can fight something. 4, 5, 6 if I spend it. And I can fight Cap. Let's do it. Let's spend all 4 of my shards. Okay. So we'll take Cap out. The fight effect is the same, though. Each player reveals 3 colors of heroes or gains a bindings. I'll get a bindings on the left, and right-hand side is also going to get a bindings. Oh, I really don't want bindings, but I also want to fight him. Yeah, let's just bite the bullet on this. Okay, bindings go out. Not great. So we'll hope the next card's not a twist. If it is, I lose the game. I could play the time gem again. We'll see what my next hand is. Actually, I have to choose during my turn, I think. I don't get to choose till after I look at my card, so I can't. Oh, by the way, I totally did the time gem wrong. It does another turn after you play it. So I'm going to put it back into my deck because I didn't really play it yet. I just kind of did nothing with it. And I haven't reshuffled, I don't think, yet. So it might mess with my hyperspeed. So that was a little misstep on my part. But let's do one more. Okay, so time gem's back in my deck because I never actually played it. Didn't get any other benefits from it, too. It's okay. That still might not save me. Next card could be a twist, and I could still lose. All right, here we go. Is it a twist? It is Wasp, not a twist. Again, elusive 7, 1 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. That's not great. I have a lot of shards, though. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attack. Still can't hit the soul gem. But I'm just going to go full on, get the shards off the Mastermind mode. That's 2 more shards, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attack. Which means I can hit the soul gem. So let's return all these shards to the supply. Let's spend 1, and we're going to spend all my shards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Put them all back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Take out the soul gem. These also go back to the supply except for 1. And I gain the soul gem. And I defeat villains. It works actually with Rhodey pretty well. Oh, I didn't activate the mind gem either, so I get 2 more recruit. And I get 1 more shard off of there. Okay, so it's going to be 7. I spent it. 7 shards. I have to get this down to 2 shards or less. 2 shards or fewer, or I lose. See if I have the time. There's the rare war machine. Sure hope I got the time. What are the odds that twist is going to be next? There's only 1 twist left. And let's see what happens. Is it? Oh, no! You gotta be kidding me. Well, I got close. I couldn't do it. Wow, this game did not go... So many things got in my way. Here we go. Here's what happens. We stack... I have to turn the counter down. We're down at 4. But now 7 go on the Masterminds. And that's more than 10. So check it out. 1, 2, 3. Almost survived. I got really close. And now there's 11 shards in the Mastermind. Yeah, no kidding. You could say that again. 10, 11. And that's it. I failed. This is the alternate timeline. Ran out, totally out of pin particles, and that is the end of the game. Evil wins? Wow. I got... Thor messed me up. Hulk messed me up. The Avengers really messed me up. I got bindings. I got demolished. I KO'd Bruce Banner's rare. My goodness. Alright. Well, that's that. At least the good news is that when I replay this another time, I get to pick different heroes. Oh, boy. Look at this. I got all 7 twists, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards left in the villain deck. And the 2 space gems were at the top. What a shuffle this was. Most of the Master Strikes. That was something. Well, thanks for watching this. I almost feel like I should have to try this again before I play Endgame Part 2 next week. Yeah, it happens. What are you going to do? But I'm going to continue with the form as we do. Chalk this up to a prune timeline. And next week we're going to go ahead and go with the battle part of Endgame, the second half, which I think will go a little bit better for me. And yeah, so again, this is the week of my 2-year anniversary of this channel. Thursday, we're going to do some giveaways, play a randomizer game. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Friday, I'm scheduled to do a viewer challenge by Wicked Pepper for winning the tournament. So that should be interesting. Might have some other surprises coming along the way a little after that. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I know it was kind of a shorter game. But let's see who's playing some board games right now. If I play it again, it's going to go a little too long. So I'm almost at that line. But I will play this again. Well, I'm going to go back and revisit all the ones that I lost. All right. Oh, somebody's playing, I don't know what that is. Who do I follow? All right. We're going to go over to, I don't know what they're playing, but they're playing tabletop RPGs. So we're going to head over there. Oh, yes, prediction. Yes, thank you. Only 9% said I was going to lose, but, watch, the people who said I was going to lose say, give me my prediction points. 9% of the points went towards that. They're going to get a big payout. All right, here we go. I see why you guys want me to do this. Black Panther packs are available till Wednesday. And here's your points. That was a good bet. The Avengers took me down. All right, let's go do our raid now. You can still get Black Panther points. Black Panther packs. See you guys on Thursday. And take care, all. That was a feel bad. That's okay. We'll try it again later.